Hey everyone, it's Mike from Mike Olson Art. I hope everyone's having a great day today. As usual, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to check in here and hear me talk a little bit more about the card projects that I've been working on. It's been a hot one in New Jersey, I will not lie, but that has not kept me from staying busy and continuing to make cards, and I'm super excited about today's card reveal. Today's card reveal combines two of my favorite things when it comes to card making, and that is rookie cards and Hall of Fame players. So today's player actually played mostly in the 70s and kind of early 80s, but didn't get inducted into the Hall of Fame until just last year. And for many of you, that might be enough information to let you know that today's card is going to be the Cobra, Dave Parker. All right, so here is my version of Dave's 1975 rookie card. This card was a fun challenge. Dave just looks super cool on this card. I mean, Dave looked cool most of the time, but just a really cool card and a lot that went into making this one. So why don't we just jump right in and see what went into making this truly iconic card. All right, guys, so here is a closer look at our 1975 handmade Dave Parker rookie card. Like I said at the front of this, just a super fun project to work on. Dave is a cool looking baseball player, and sometimes that's enough to make a project just really fun to work on. And Dave's look in this card is just super cool. So really excited right from the beginning to get to work on this card. I looked into it a bit before I started, and I found that PSA has only ranked 8 cards out of 3,500 as a PSA 10. So this card is not easy to get a nice, clean, perfect version of. And that was really surprising because Dave did play in the 70s and 80s. So his cards aren't super old, but definitely not easy to find a PSA 10 of this card. Dave was drafted in 1970, I believe, by the Pirates. He played a whopping 19 seasons in baseball, and that's, plenty of time to rack up all the accolades that he got. We could go on and on. He's a World Series winner. He's an MVP. He won back-to-back National League batting titles. So, he's just an amazing player. They nicknamed him the Cobra for his lightning fast bat. And, I think throughout his career, he really proved, what an amazing player he truly was. So it's nice to see that the Hall of Fame recognized him just last year. And, he got to actually be inducted while he is still with us. Dave is older right now, and I believe he's unfortunately been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So, all the best, all the love sent out to you, Dave. Hope that you are doing well. But just a really fun tribute to such an awesome player to have this client reach out and do this Dave Parker card. When I first saw this card, all I could see was Dave. I didn't notice anything else. I saw Dave, thought it was going to be a fun card. And the more I started working on it, I noticed all the difficult aspects of this one, and that is mostly around the border and this background. It's another net, which honestly was kind of like the Josh Gibson Tolateros card I did that had a very substantial chain link fence behind him. So I kind of had an idea, once I zeroed in on this batting net behind him, how I was going to accomplish, doing this really intricate netting behind him that, as it travels over and over, lighter and darker patches, you'll see the net goes from a black to a white, back to a black. And that's one of the trickier parts of this card. I've got a couple of fun techniques that I've kind of developed that makes that a lot easier for me. And honestly, this card, everything worked out perfect. The netting came out exactly the way I wanted it to. The apparatus that holds the netting is slightly blurred the way it is in the actual card, so just a really, really fun background that, you know, was challenging at the beginning, but by the end I was really happy with how it was going. I mean, Dave, just like I said, looks cool in this photo. Really cool sideburns. I gotta say, sideburns, mustaches, you know, stuff like that, I weirdly like to draw. And Dave's got a pretty awesome set of sideburns going on this one, so happy with how that came out. And honestly, Dave's lips have always been a difficult thing for me to grasp. And man, I think I did Dave's lips better than any lips I've done on a baseball player. I know it sounds weird, but really happy with that little detail. You know, it's not always the obvious things that are my favorites, but yeah, his lips came out really nice here. So that's our card front. We're going to turn this bad boy over and take a look at our really, really interesting card back here. This is a lot different from a lot of my usual card backs. This customer actually, you know, when we went back and forth about what we were going to do with this card, he mentioned a little, you know, tidbit of info that he asked, you know, if there's any chance I'd love to get this on there. And that's this little tidbit right here is that Dave wore the exact same number, which is 39, throughout his 19 season career. And now he played with a couple of teams, the A's, the Pirates, the Angels, just to name a few. And the fact that he was able to keep that number throughout all those teams is pretty interesting accomplishment on its own. A lot of times you get to a new team, somebody either already has that number or that number's been retired. So it was a really cool factoid, and this is how we decided I was going to get it on there, was, you know, these little cartoons. Now, like I said, I'm not a cartoonist. These cartoons I've been kind of copying from the cartoons that I found on the back of old baseball cards, but I'll try and, you know, throw a twist on there. So this cartoon actually had nothing to do with Dave's number, but I love the look of the player in the outfield. That's what Dave played. So I took this cartoon, I actually changed the number to reflect Dave's number, and then I hand wrote this little, you know, bit of copy here to talk about Dave's number. I will say my handwriting is really similar to this kind of cartoony style handwriting, so that is one thing I definitely do not have any trouble with, is this little portion here where I you know, have to write that little cartoon version of this, you know, whatever I'm talking about here. You know, these were the stats that were supplied by the client in this one. They wanted to have his MVP, his batting championship, his World Series championship, and his Hall of Fame info on there. So I generally have 4 spots, so we filled them right up. And that's our card back. Just a really, really cool way to talk about Dave in a completely different way than I'm used to. So thank you to the customer for challenging me with that one. And then that is back to our card front. Like I said, super fun card. Really, really awesome project. And like I said, happy with the results, and I hope the client is too. All right, so that is the story behind my 1975 Dave Parker card. Like I said, this card was super, super fun to work on, mostly because Dave looks so cool on this card. He was just one of those players that looked cool in most of the photographs you see of him, and working on this card was an absolute joy, especially this really cool back. So love working a little bit extra on these backs when you guys give me the chance to do it. So super fun card and just a super fun client to work with. I just love this request, so thank you so much. All right, guys, you know, it comes to the point where I always say there's no card that we can't make together. You know, whether it's a rookie card, whether it's an old card, whether it's a new card, whether you want to smash a whole bunch of cards together and make a completely unique card, that's what I'm here for. So please reach out if you want to talk a little bit more about any of the projects that are inside your head, and I'd be happy to talk to you guys and make your project a reality. So again, thank you so much to the client that made this really cool Dave Parker request, and I hope I get the chance to draw Dave again sometime, but that's up to you guys. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys again real soon. Thanks.